My life before She Runs was incredibly different and very introverted and very lonely, to be honest. I started She Runs officially 2 months ago, and it kind of naturally evolved out of just me going to run clubs. And quickly I realized that there wasn't a lot just for women only. I'd done uni online because of COVID for 3 years, so my whole degree. I went in for a total of 2 weeks to uni, and I started joining social clubs, and I was so excited. And I was really sad because I just grieved that I never really got to meet those, especially female friends, I'd been craving, and I kind of thought I was promised at uni. I started the walks because they evolve very naturally, and I realized the necessity of them because I had a lot of girls who actually weren't runners themselves, and they were saying to me how much they struggle to keep up with runs, or they find it very difficult to talk. And with the nature of it being about connection and friendship, not being able to talk is quite a big issue and a difficulty for a lot of girls, and even myself.
I moved to Sydney 3 months ago today, actually. When I lived in Brisbane, you're at home, right? So you're like, oh, I'll just go next week, or I'll go to that event, I'll go to that place, I'll meet those people next week. But when you're living away from home, you really have to make that effort to go and meet those people and see those places. I have something called Ehlers-Danlos syndrome. It's basically a chronic illness. Essentially, I'm really, really hypermobile, and I have kind of brittly bones. So I actually did start trying to run so I could go to a run club so I could meet people, and I ended up with double shin splints and a couple of tendon injuries. So running's just not something that's viable for me long term and to do regularly. So I think having the alternative has been really great because I've still been able to, I guess, get that community that people really look for in a run club. Obviously, a lot of the friends you make for adult life are at university or even from high school. So if you're not from Sydney, it's hard to do that. I think it's made the transition a lot easier because I have had that community and that place to go. And like, even if I didn't necessarily have friends outside of the walking club, I still have that social interaction once a week if I do want it. And I get to explore Sydney and try new places to eat, try new places to see. And I even made enough friends that I got to do a little something for my first birthday away from home, which was really lovely.
My absolute main goal is ensuring that people feel engaged, welcome, included, and active throughout the whole experience. So although I kind of feel out of my comfort zone when I'm addressing them all at the beginning, and I've got 200 girls before me all about to go on a walk together, I realise that that is the critical moment. As soon as she's come on her own, or she's come with a friend, she's out of her comfort zone, she might be feeling overwhelmed and anxious. We've all been there. And you just want to feel that warm embrace of the tribe. I think coaches honestly have the ultimate power in terms of ensuring that the environment that they create is inclusive and not cliquey. Especially as a facilitator, I think I've realized it really does fall on your shoulders to create that psychological safety. And I think that is just integral to ensuring that everyone's experience feels relaxed and feels included. If I could give a tip to a coach who's noticed that one of their players feels on the outer, I think one of the most important things that you can do is firstly, you need to be able to acknowledge that. So as a coach, I actually think you really need a good level of emotional intelligence because you have to be able to tap into those feelings and the needs of the players. You never know what could be, impacting their performance. And so I think it's really about being human to human and registering that we need to break down those walls and be a friend and a coach.